Hello everyone, welcome to Nobody's Tribe. I hope you're having a beautiful day, and I hope that maybe you could tune out some of your worries and your concerns and step in to this stream of consciousness, this stream of presence. And I hope you would know that there is something in your life beyond the content of your experience. What does content entail? Not only does content, or what I call the conceptual life, entail situations, people, circumstances, but also the thoughts about them, which for most people, the thoughts represent more to them than the actual experiences. In fact, most people aren't really experiencing their experience, they're experiencing their conceptual overlay on top, their thought process and belief system on top of the experience. You can use any experience to realize the amount of liberation you truly do have. For every experience is showing you that whatever you're viewing is not who you are, because if you're viewing it, you're perceiving it, it can't be you. It's just an outer experience. You are the presence in which the experience happens, and there it is. So even if it's a negative experience, watch yourself to see what mind programs come up, or belief systems come up about the experience. Like, for example, somebody being late. You have a mind program that tells you how to feel, react, and think when somebody is late. And often it's a state of being what you don't prefer. But by being aware that the program that comes up in your mind is not who you are, it is simply a program created out of your experience or your conceptual life. And if you do realize you do not prefer to be upset and angry at people for mistakes, you can become aware of that program and realize that there is something beyond your reaction to life. If your reactions were gone, for a moment, just imagine yourself being triggerless and not having any reactions anymore. You're just observing. And then imagine yourself feeling an emotion or perceiving your own thoughts that are stressful or judgmental or angry. But imagine that you are embodying both at the same time. Not only are you but imagine that you have both within you. You have the self that is triggerless. It's not concerned by any experience. It doesn't have fear of being overwhelmed. It is just pure awareness and pure observing. It is prior to experience. And then you have the self, the conceptual self, that has belief systems about the situation. The situation didn't make you feel a certain way. It did not. In fact, a situation can't generate a specific emotion. Only you can generate a specific emotion about the situation. Like, For one person, an experience might be positive. For another, it might be dreadful. Just depending on their belief system about that experience. So bringing more of that triggerlessness with you, because at first it's difficult. You want to... Reacting makes you feel powerful. It makes you feel like you're doing something. You're self-assured because you're just angry. And if you're angry at the situation, you're better than the situation. You're better than the people that caused the situation. So to glide through it being triggerless seems ineffective. It seems lazy. And then you'll notice that if you do this often, you go into the watcher, you become triggerless, you'll come out of the situation, everything's fine. You know, you didn't die and life goes on, but you will still have a momentum, a mind program momentum of wanting to be angry, wanting to feel victimized by the situation. We say we want peace and we want clear awareness, but then we have a situation come up and we are demanding a reason to be angry and triggered, when all outer experience is truly neutral, and we code it with our emotion, and our emotion is only caused by a belief system we have about the situation. Generally the belief system is this shouldn't be happening, but it is happening. There it is. Situation is happening. The more you can do this, the more you're going to move into an enlightened state of consciousness. It's actually, on one level, harder to keep away an enlightened state of consciousness than it is to keep it going. It takes a lot of power and infinite power to create the illusion of a separated state. But we've done it so well for so long, it's reflected back as our outer experience. The limitation is reflected outward. The way manifestation works is that you are constantly getting feedback from your inner state through your outer experience. The issue is that there's a delay, and the delay is such that you often don't recognize that your inner state is causing an outer experience. In your opinion, your outer experience is causing your inner state, which is like the epic of mass delusion. Outer experience does not create your inner state. And if you believe it does, then you are having an outer experience create your inner state that was originally created by your inner state. So then your inner state is creating everything. But because the way that we live in a physical reality, physical experience, the outer is always reflecting the inner. So once we realize that, our focus isn't so much on the outer. The outer experience should be the reason you do things and have outer experiences should be to enjoy the creation that you've put forth. To enjoy the creation, not to go make it. You shouldn't be hoping to make it all out there. That should be the fulfilling of an inner alignment, an inner vibration of acceptance and peace and creativity, and it should come naturally. It's like when a child wakes up in the morning and they're just excited to be up, like, let's go do this. It should be that, but we've created from a limited collective, and we've set up the parameters to have a limiting experience, to put things in our way that we don't prefer and we don't want to do, but we do them because we have to. Which, I mean, those things will continue for a lot of people. The momentum is there, so you're going to keep doing things that are at times uncomfortable And that's okay. It's all about inner state. Your inner state is the most important thing in your whole entire life. I will tell you that much. Yeah. Love you all. As always, safe travels in the now. Oh wait, subscribe to Nobody's Tribe, and I have another one called Ascension Dimension. And if you live in if you live in Southern California, I'm doing a meditation teaching at Lancaster City Park in on Friday the 18th, I believe, at 5 p.m. Take care.